Contrary to his on-screen persona, James Cagney was more than just a tough guy in Hollywood. In reality, he had a hidden talent for song and dance. Born on July 17, 1899, in New York City, Cagney faced many challenges before finding fame. He began his career playing small roles in vaudeville shows before moving on to films. Despite being typecast as a criminal, Cagney showed off his vocal and dance abilities in several movies. His rise to stardom was anything but smooth, filled with ups and downs throughout his career. This classic tale of rags to riches offers a fascinating look into the life of the actor, shedding light on both his triumphs and struggles. As we delve deeper into this story, prepare to discover a side of James Cagney you never knew existed. Stay tuned to learn more about this multi-talented star's incredible journey. Born in July 1899, James Cagney entered this world in the midst of poverty and hardship. He spent his formative years in the bustling but impoverished Lower East End of Manhattan, surrounded by struggle and strife. His parents, both Irish immigrants, worked tirelessly to support their large family, which included 6 children. Unfortunately, due to the dismal living conditions and lack of proper medical care, 2 of those children did not survive infancy. Growing up, young Jimmy, as he was called then, often found himself unwell. As a result, he became accustomed to spending extended periods confined to his home, unable to participate in activities alongside his peers. During these bouts of illness, however, he developed a keen interest in performing arts, particularly dance. This pastime offered him solace amidst the chaos of his surroundings. Despite being plagued by ill health and raised in destitution, James persevered through adversity. With sheer determination and raw talent, he transformed himself into one of Hollywood's most celebrated actors. Yet it is essential to remember that even this revered figure faced significant challenges during his early life. These experiences shaped him into the man he would eventually become, forever leaving their indelible mark on his psyche and career. Before his rise to fame, James Cagney had envisioned pursuing higher education. He was eager to attend Columbia College and concentrate on studying art and German. Unfortunately, life had different plans for him. In the wake of his father's untimely death during the 1918 Spanish flu pandemic, he found himself compelled to put aside those dreams to support his grieving family. To make ends meet, the young Cagney juggled several occupations before making it big in Hollywood. His first job was as a doorkeeper at a stage theater, where he gained valuable insights into the world of performing arts. Driven by determination, he then tried his hand at being a bellhop, further honing his people skills along the way. Although acting may have eventually become his calling, architecture also piqued Cagney's curiosity. For some time, he worked as a junior architect, although the specific details of his work remain undisclosed. Nevertheless, one can imagine how these diverse experiences contributed to shaping his versatility both on and off-screen. Additionally, Cagney briefly served as a copyboy for the New York Sun newspaper, providing yet another intriguing chapter to his early career trajectory. Finally, he spent time working at the New York Public Library, demonstrating his commitment to learning even amidst challenging circumstances. Each step led him closer to realizing what would ultimately become a thriving career in film and television. In the New York Public Library, up-and-coming actor James Cagney had a fateful encounter with Florence James. This meeting opened doors to a whole new world, the thrilling universe of theater. Drawing upon his background in street fighting and tap dancing, Cagney quickly made a name for himself in the bustling scene. His unique blend of physicality and rhythm brought depth and authenticity to every performance. Driven by curiosity and ambition, Cagney often found himself observing movie productions taking place at Vitagraph Studios in nearby Brooklyn. As he watched scenes being filmed, something stirred within him. He developed a deep appreciation for cinema and its potential as a medium for storytelling. Eager to explore this further, Cagney began honing his craft in front of cameras, laying the groundwork for what would become a storied career. The enchantment of the big screen proved irresistible, fueling the actor's desire to make an indelible mark in the burgeoning film industry. Little did he know that his journey was just beginning, leading him down paths unimaginable during those early days at the library and studio. And so, armed with talent, determination, and a keen understanding of both stage and screen, James Cagney set forth on a path towards becoming one of Hollywood's most beloved stars. Renowned actor James Cagney's entry into the world of entertainment began unexpectedly when he stepped in for his sick brother in a pantomime show. With little experience, but determined to succeed, he impressed both the audience and those involved in the production. This initial performance marked the start of a successful career in the industry. Not long after, Cagney found himself landing a job in a show about servicemen, earning $35 a week. However, what made this opportunity even more unique was that he performed dressed as a woman. At this point, the aspiring actor had only mastered one type of dance, yet he quickly learned a routine for the part. His natural talent and willingness to adapt shone through, demonstrating his potential and versatility. This early chapter in the actor's life highlights his ability to seize opportunities and excel under pressure. These experiences laid the groundwork for the success that would follow, making James Cagney a beloved figure in Hollywood's golden age. Indeed, the actor's story serves as inspiration for anyone looking to make their mark in the world of entertainment. James Cagney's mother held reservations about her son's involvement in the theater, viewing it as more of a pastime than a legitimate career path. She urged him to prioritize obtaining an education over pursuing acting roles. However, destiny had other plans for young Jimmy. His big break came when he secured a part in the Broadway production Pitter Patter during its successful run in the late 1920s. This opportunity significantly boosted his weekly earnings to an impressive sum of $55, quite substantial compared to what many were making at the time. Displaying maturity beyond his years, James sent most of this hard-earned money back home to his mother out of respect and gratitude for all she had done for him growing up. Despite initial skepticism towards his chosen profession, one cannot deny that this actor left an indelible mark on both stage and screen throughout his illustrious career. His story serves as a testament to perseverance and passion triumphing even amidst adversity. And so, against odds yet again, another chapter unfolded in this classic tale of dreams chased and eventually realized. In 1922, James Cagney took a significant step in his personal life by marrying Frances Willard Vernon. This union marked the beginning of a fruitful partnership both on and off stage. Together, they pursued their passion for performing on the vaudeville circuit, where the actor's charm and talent were honed to perfection. The couple later decided to try their luck in California, lured by the promise of movie opportunities. However, before achieving stardom in Hollywood, Cagney returned to New York where he secured his first non-dancing role in the play Outside Looking In. His exceptional performance earned him a substantial salary of $200 per week, opening doors to further acting prospects. This groundbreaking role was pivotal for the actor, propelling him into the limelight and setting the stage for his illustrious career. In the early days of his career, the actor James Cagney and his wife faced a dire financial situation. After being dropped from a London-bound show, they found themselves in danger of becoming homeless. To make ends meet, Cagney used his talents as a dancer and opened a dance school. This move allowed him to support himself and his wife while continuing to pursue his passion for performing. It was during this time that Cagney landed a breakthrough role in the play Penny Arcade. His performance caught the attention of none other than Al Jolson, who was so impressed that he bought the play's film rights. This secured Cagney's spot in the cast of the resulting film, Sinner's Holiday, which marked his debut on the big screen. Despite facing significant challenges, Cagney persevered and ultimately made a name for himself in the acting world. Through hard work and determination, he overcame adversity and went on to have a successful career in Hollywood. In the early stages of his career, James Cagney was offered a 3-week contract by Warner Brothers after his impressive performance in the movie Sinner's Holiday. This opportunity marked the beginning of his journey into the world of film. Initially, Warner Brothers had reservations about casting Cagney due to his background in vaudeville and stage acting. However, they saw potential in him after watching his portrayal of a tough guy character, which would become synonymous with his name in the years to come. Cagney quickly gained popularity for playing sympathetic tough guys, a typecast that he initially resisted but eventually embraced. These roles included gangsters, soldiers, and other rugged characters who captured audiences' hearts with their complex personalities and compelling stories. The actor's ability to convey emotion and depth through these seemingly one-dimensional characters set him apart from his contemporaries. He brought humanity and vulnerability to each role, making them relatable and memorable to viewers. As a result, Cagney's portrayals of tough guys became the backbone of his early career, solidifying his status as a talented and versatile performer. His contributions to this genre left a lasting impact on the film industry and continue to resonate with audiences today. However, the Hays Code restrictions on movie content pushed Warner Brothers to transition the actor to comedy roles, beginning with Blonde Crazy. This shift allowed him to showcase his comedic talent, illustrating a different side of his abilities. Despite his successful performances in these new roles, he faced a significant challenge when it came to his salary. Warner Brothers refused to raise his pay, even though he was bringing in considerable box office returns. Frustrated by this lack of recognition and the limitations imposed on his work, he ultimately decided to leave Hollywood for New York. This move marked a pivotal moment in his career, reflecting both his determination and the complicated relationship between talent and studio politics during that era. After taking a break from Hollywood, actor James Cagney made his return to the screen in the movie Taxi in 1932. This comeback was facilitated by his brother, who successfully negotiated a more favorable contract with Warner Brothers. The agreement included a higher salary and reduced film commitments for the actor. In Taxi, Cagney took on the role of a cab driver, even though he didn't know how to drive in real life. One of the most memorable lines from the film is when Cagney's character says, "You dirty rat." However, what many people don't realize is that he actually misquoted the line during filming. The original script called for him to say, "You dirty, yellow-bellied rat," but Cagney opted for a simpler version. Despite this minor change, the line has become one of Cagney's most iconic moments on screen. His portrayal of a tough yet vulnerable cab driver resonated with audiences and helped solidify his status as a leading man in Hollywood. This classic film remains a beloved part of American cinema history, thanks in large part to the timeless performance of James Cagney. In 1932, James Cagney had a harrowingly close call while filming Taxi. During a scene involving the use of firearms, he discovered that the prop department had mistakenly loaded one of them with real bullets instead of blanks. This incident served as a stark reminder of the hazards performers often confronted when making movies back then. Following this brush with danger, the actor found himself entangled in another predicament, a contentious disagreement over his contract with Warner Brothers. Determined to extricate himself from it, Cagney proposed working for no pay if they would release him early. However, much to his chagrin, studio executives rejected this unorthodox proposition outright. As luck would have it, esteemed director Frank Capra intervened on behalf of Cagney. He mediated negotiations between the two parties, ultimately securing more favorable terms for the embattled star. Thanks to Capra's efforts, Cagney managed to escape the confines of his unfavorable deal and continued delivering captivating performances in future films. In the mid-1930s, actor James Cagney played a significant role in forming the Screen Actors Guild, addressing pressing labor issues within the film industry. At the time, performers faced numerous challenges, including lengthy work hours, insufficient pay, and lack of creative control over their projects. Cagney, alongside fellow actors like Franchot Tone, Robert Montgomery, and James Stewart, recognized the urgent need for change. They joined forces to establish SAG, which aimed to protect artists' rights and improve working conditions. As one of the founding members, Cagney actively advocated for fair treatment and just compensation for his colleagues. He understood firsthand the struggles facing many performers, having experienced his own share of disputes with studios throughout his career. One notable instance involved a lawsuit against Warner Brothers, stemming from a disagreement regarding contractual obligations. The legal battle began when Warner Brothers demanded that Cagney appear in more films than initially agreed upon. Believing he had been unfairly treated, Cagney took legal action against the studio, accusing them of breaching their agreement. After years of litigation, the courts ultimately sided with Cagney, setting a crucial precedent for future negotiations between actors and movie executives alike. This victory paved the way for greater autonomy among performers seeking improved terms and contracts within the entertainment business. Cagney's dedication to standing up for what was right extended beyond personal gain, demonstrating his unwavering commitment to supporting others within the industry. His efforts contributed significantly to shaping the landscape of Hollywood and ensuring that all individuals could benefit fairly from their talents and hard work. By fighting tirelessly for justice, both through the formation of Screen Actors Guild and individual lawsuits, James Cagney left behind a lasting legacy celebrated by generations of entertainers who followed in his footsteps. To this day, countless professionals continue benefiting from the groundwork laid by pioneering figures like him, solidifying his place as a true icon of cinema history. Following his departure from Warner Brothers due to disagreements over salary and profits, acclaimed actor James Cagney decided to join Grand National Films in pursuit of better compensation and creative control. However, despite his high hopes, the studio struggled to compete with the major players in Hollywood. At Grand National, Cagney was promised a share of the profits and greater artistic freedom, which he believed would allow him to truly shine as an artist. But unfortunately, the small studio lacked the resources and distribution network necessary to produce and promote successful films. As a result, Cagney found himself in a series of mediocre productions that failed to resonate with audiences. Despite these challenges, Cagney remained committed to delivering quality performances and bringing authenticity to every role he played. He poured his heart and soul into each project, determined to make the most out of a difficult situation. Eventually, Cagney became frustrated with the limitations of working at Grand National and sought to regain his footing in the industry. In a bold move, he took legal action against Warner Brothers, arguing that they had wrongfully terminated his contract years earlier. To everyone's surprise, Cagney won the case, paving the way for his triumphant return to the studio where he had made his name. Upon his homecoming, Warner Brothers welcomed Cagney back with open arms, offering him a lucrative contract and the opportunity to handpick his own projects. This time around, things were different. Cagney had earned the respect and admiration of both fans and industry professionals alike, cementing his place as a true Hollywood legend. With renewed vigor, he set out to create some of the most memorable films of his career, leaving behind a legacy that continues to inspire generations of actors today. In the 1938 crime drama Angels with Dirty Faces, actor James Cagney starred alongside Humphrey Bogart and the Dead End Kids. Known for his intense on-screen presence, Cagney reportedly demonstrated his physical prowess by performing most of his own stunts during filming. This movie further solidified his reputation as a formidable leading man in Hollywood. During the height of World War II, Cagney took on a completely different role in Yankee Doodle Dandy. He portrayed the legendary American entertainer George M. Cohan, known for hits like Over There and You're a Grand Old Flag. Cagney's performance was met with critical acclaim, even earning him an Academy Award for Best Actor in 1943. This classic film served as a tribute to both Cohan and the United States, boosting morale during wartime. Through song and dance, Cagney expertly captured Cohan's charismatic stage persona while also highlighting his deep love for his country. To this day, Yankee Doodle Dandy remains one of Cagney's most memorable roles. Throughout his career, Cagney proved himself capable of tackling diverse parts, from gritty gangsters to beloved performers. His undeniable talent left an indelible mark on cinema history, inspiring generations of actors who followed. Whether it was through raw emotion or infectious energy, he captivated audiences time and again. After serving in the U.S. Army during World War I, James Cagney turned to acting as a career. He quickly gained fame for his tough guy roles in films like The Public Enemy. In the late 1940s, Cagney and his brother William decided to start their own production company, called Cagney Productions. Unfortunately, the venture was not successful, and only resulted in a few films before closing down. One of those films was White Heat, released in 1949, which remains a classic example of Cagney's electrifying screen presence. However, despite its success, Cagney Productions struggled financially due to mismanagement and poor decision-making. Eventually, Cagney returned to Warner Brothers Studios where he had begun his film career. Despite his genial public persona, Cagney was known to have a bit of a temper off-screen. This became apparent during the filming of Mr. Roberts when he got into a heated argument with legendary director John Ford. The two men reportedly clashed over creative differences, culminating in a physical altercation between them. Although details of the incident remain unclear, it underscores the actor's passionate commitment to his craft. Throughout his long career, James Cagney left an indelible mark on Hollywood with his dynamic performances and unforgettable charisma. Despite facing challenges both personally and professionally, he persevered and continued to deliver powerful portrayals that resonated with audiences around the world. His contributions to cinema will forever be cherished by generations to come. Yet, even after all these accomplishments, Cagney never lost sight of what mattered most, staying true to himself and delivering honest work. In 1955, the life of renowned actor James Cagney took an unexpected turn when he suffered a minor stroke. This health setback was followed by a battle against depression, significantly affecting his capacity to relish his favorite pastimes. However, Cagney's resilience shone through in 1981 when he made a comeback to acting after many years of retirement, gracing the screen in Ragtime. His performance received immense appreciation, especially during his United Kingdom tour, where Her Majesty the Queen Mother herself greeted him with a standing ovation. Indeed, even in the face of adversity, The indomitable spirit of this iconic artist remained unbroken. Moreover, James Cagney died on Easter Sunday in 1986, marking the end of an era in American entertainment. His funeral was attended by notable figures from the industry, showcasing the respect he garnered over his career. Despite a turbulent family life, he left his estate to his wife, reflecting a complicated personal journey. This actor's relentless pursuit of excellence was evident in every performance he delivered, whether in classic gangster films or musicals that showcased his dancing talent. His ability to shift between intense drama and light-hearted comedy continues to resonate with audiences today. His passion for his craft and commitment to storytelling have solidified his status in the hearts and minds of fans, ensuring that his work remains celebrated for generations to come. Through his unforgettable characters, he has left an imprint that continues to inspire actors and filmmakers